Good evening, everyone. Here and welcome to another Balance Your Productivity live broadcast here at 6 o'clock today, a bit later than usual as I was out and about earlier and couldn't get to technology. So thank you for joining me if you are listening in live, otherwise catching up on the recording. You can like and follow my Facebook page so you can get notifications of when I go live and also get access to the recordings. So do feel free to watch any of the previous sessions that I've done all around time management and productivity tips for you. So this week I wanted to cover your support network. When you run your own business, it can be a pretty lonely place to be, especially if you're the only one that's part of it. So it's really important to have a support network around you. And that's not necessarily just friends and family who hopefully are going to be there to support you, but also people who are either experienced in the business that you're working in or that can help support you in your business and what you're offering and where you are, so that you don't end up having to do either absolutely everything or that you've got no one to bounce ideas off and make some of the perhaps difficult decisions that you need to make when you're at the top. So it's really important to have a strong group of, whether it's friends, peers, mentors that can support you through your career and help your business to grow. Building this network does take effort and energy, and at the beginning you might not be sure about where to get that support from or who you need to have in your team. But if you put a little time and effort into building that network, then it's going to pay dividends in the long run. So there are a few ideas here around how you can create and develop and grow your support network. There are potentially quite a few people that are part of your team, even if it's only you that's running your business. Whether it's your web designer that has helped you create your website, put it together, do some of the technical stuff. You might have a graphic designer who works with you on putting your marketing products together. You might have a bookkeeper or accountant that you talk to or you send your accounts to, and they are part of your team. If you have someone that helps out with marketing and sales, if you're passing that activity over to someone else, you might have a printer you do work with, even if it's just your business cards, any leaflets or any material that you put together. They're all part of the team that helps to support you in your business. You might also have business or virtual support that you need for admin tasks or just getting some of those other things done. And that's also something to consider when it is your own business and perhaps you are the only person there, about how and when is the right time to delegate some of that work to someone else and get that support externally. So one of the tips about getting support within your business is we can get very tied into it's my business, therefore I need to take responsibility for doing everything, particularly when you're starting out. You can end up doing absolutely everything that needs doing. So it takes quite a lot of guts in some respects to be able to sort of think, okay, I need some help here and I need to reach out to my business network to find somebody that is going to help me out or that I can get support from. And it's worth doing that. And if you can have someone that mentors you through particularly the startup process, that can really help you stop reinventing the wheel or making some of the mistakes that people make when they first get into business, because when you start out, you potentially don't know anything about running a business and it's a very steep learning curve. So if you can find someone that can support you through that process. So have a look around within your existing business environment at other people that are out there, perhaps either slightly ahead of the curve from where you are in doing what you're doing, that are experienced in your industry or in an area that you've perhaps worked in, that you can then perhaps approach and ask for help. You might be surprised at when you actually ask for help, how many people will offer their experience, advice and expertise just to help you out. And if you're serious about what you're doing, then they're going to want to help you grow. If they don't have the time, then that's fine. Just find somebody that has. A good source of finding support for your business is in any networking events that are running locally. There's lots and lots of networking events in most areas for business and specific industries, or just sort of general business. And think about online and offline of who is out there, who can you connect with, who can provide you with the advice and the support that you need to help you move forward with your business. Or perhaps if you get stuck on a particular challenge, is there somebody out there who's been through it, who knows what the steps are, or that can help you? So find people in your local environment that you can ask for support, and it's easy if they're local. You can meet up for a coffee or over lunch to have a discussion, ask the questions and get support and advice from them. Also, there are more and more business support groups starting up. Some are offering year-long or sort of 6 months, 3 months programs which go through the development and helping you to grow your business. And that's a really good way of developing a support group around people that want to grow their business, that are learning things, where you can learn from each other, and you can have a core group that is really good for accountability. You're going to have people with different experience and expertise in lots and lots of different aspects. So you can all share your knowledge and your experiences that you're either going through or have been through. And that can be a really good way of having a nice supportive group that you've got a peer group that you can bounce ideas off or ask questions, or you can do some research with them on how your business is going, and they can be a really good source of support and guidance as you move forward. Something else is be very open and generous with the advice that you give as well, because you probably have knowledge and expertise that you want to share within what your business does. So when you have the opportunity, feel free in giving that advice without necessarily expecting anything in return, because then you can pay it forward. And as you grow and develop, you can help others grow and develop around you, and as you learn and move forward with your business. And that's something that I've found in particular with mine, and the whole learning curve I went through with my business, is being able to offer that support and advice to other people that are coming up. So be generous with offering support and advice, and also making introductions to people who you think could be a useful support or offer advice, guidance, or just be a good connection to somebody else. I think that's one of the beauties of having a good network, or networking, whether it's locally or online, is being able to make those connections and sort of think, okay, here's somebody who I think could be really useful to this person. Or when you have a conversation with someone in your network and they're looking for particular support or advice or a product or perhaps even a service, is you can connect them and put them together. So, because that really helps to strengthen the bonds within your network and your support network, and people will then support each other if they can see that there is a benefit to doing that. And one sort of fairly important point with having your support network is to really think about having a mentor or a coach, working with a coach who can give you unbiased advice and offer support in helping you move forward. Somebody that's not a peer or a colleague, or someone that's perhaps got a different agenda in you and your business, but is going to be there purely for you to help you grow and succeed. And that's something that can really help move you forward. It helps you to take a step back from the business, to not get too stuck up in where you are with the business, or dragged down by the day-to-day, and can help give you that fresh perspective and different source of ideas, someone to brainstorm ideas with, bounce ideas off, and help you move forward. So if you do feel that you are working on your own, you don't have to be totally on your own, even if you are not employing people, or if you just want to have an external source of input into the business and what you're doing, then that's when you really need to have a good, strong support network around you. So take a look at where you are at the moment. Who do you have around that is supporting you? Who is part of your support network? Are you missing certain aspects of support? Is there an area where you'd like to get more support from? And take a look at your network, or is there someone that you need to find to fill that gap, and fill those gaps in within your support network so you have a good, strong network around you who are going to support you as you move forward with your business. So that was just a few ideas today so that you don't have to feel quite so on your own, or that there's nobody there around you. Get your support team together so that they're there when you need them and you can call on them to help you move forward. So that's it for this week, and I will look forward to talking to you next week. But in the meantime, if you haven't tried it already, take a look at the time quiz that's on my website, and it'd be great to see how your time habits are scoring on that. I'm getting all sorts of interesting ones coming through at the moment. I think this time of year is particularly good for those sorts of things. So until next time, if you have any questions or comments, or you want to find some ideas for how you develop your support network, then just write in the comments, or you can just drop me an email directly, and I look forward to hearing from you. Meanwhile, have a good week.